So so yeah, that definitely has happened where this was the path that you're looking for. So you turn and start going up this path, and at this point, it's not like you can really ride your horses moving up here because you have a chance of them like slipping and breaking a leg or whatever it is because of how difficult. So all of you guys, unless you choose not to, are likely going to dismount and lead your horses the rest of the way up the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do me a favor for plotting your step and making your way. If somebody feels confident enough, you're welcome to make a no advantage on anybody. Make a survival check to lead the pack up there. If nobody wants to take the lead, then everybody can roll for me in athletics or acrobatics check.
I have a 3 survival, so I'm not like terrible.
So you want to roll a survival first?
I'm offering it to the party.
I think Reich would be leading this. This makes the most sense, right?
You go right ahead.
Yeah.
Right, I believe.
Hey!
That's a solid roll.
This is what we
Well
put faith
placed.
in this hobgoblin boy.
Nobody has to make any rolls or anything like that. He actually leads you guys up there, and watch that step over there, and just follow my lead over here. And actually, some points in time, his warg will kind of just go hop and skip up areas and look ahead for him, and kind of call down to him, and in the warg speak, like to tell him what pathways are probably the best one, and him kind of using that to lead you guys up as you're going. As you're about 2/3 the way up there, you still don't see the keep overhead. For one reason or another, you still don't see the keep overhead. One of the harpies is going to come down and lands near you guys on a rock overhead. And whether or not it's the same harpy as before, you can't quite tell because they all look the same. They all look like these semi-furred, semi-feathered, naked women that probably by all of your opinions are very hideous to look at. Some harpies, there's different, just to throw it out there, usually the way I do harpies is there's different types of harpies, different species or whatever of harpies. Some of them are gorgeous. These ones are not. So anyways, they're looking down at you guys with like its chicken legs clung on to the rock, and it's like, ow, I see where you're going. You have dealings at the Grey Wall Outpost.
Is there an issue with that?
Oh, no, of course. So, Luca, that's the name, Luca?
I'll look up very sternly.
Luca, so they are mercenaries, looking more at Reich than anybody else?
You mean are they hired by my family?
Yes. Are they working for you?
They're working with me.
With you? Oh, before the family, yes?
In a sense.
Good. You need escort any longer?
No, I appreciate the escort. I don't believe we need it any longer. I look around like at Reich for like affirmation like that. We're good getting up this mountain.
I'm not.
Then I'll be like, yeah, I believe we're good. We appreciate the escort.
Oh, good. We are, of course, glad to have helped you on this one. I know that these roads can be rather treacherous. Well, as always, Zorkshai is happy to lend help to the house.
Well, Joshai Schliek, we appreciate what you've done.
Pretty good.
Everyone tries to keep a straight face.
Yeah.
I will send a message to him of this. Yes, I will. And it takes off and starts flying away.
I say, as she flies away, I mutter treacherous under my breath in Goblin. And I turn to you and I say, friend of yours? Luca, that is.
I'll shake my head. No.
She seemed familiar, not only familiar with your house, but as though her... I kind of, let's search for a word for a moment. Benefactor? was a partner of your family's. Not that I'd be surprised.
She did seem. She did, but not to my knowledge. I mean, I can't keep track of everyone that my family
With a name,
hires.
I don't expect you to.
So
with a
I
name like
don't know,
Zulsal Sleep?
but I gave trust and we got here safe. We had no encounters, which I didn't expect. I mean, what are the odds that traveling for the past 22 days we wouldn't encounter anything?
They definitely were trying to figure out that confirm we were going here. I feel as though as soon as we revealed who we were, they knew exactly where we were going.
Right. I do fear that the warning she is giving might not be a good one. But as of now, I'll just be vigilant. But I think we're good.
This isn't a legal outpost. I think that they may hope that we will vacate it.
Perhaps.
I don't know. She seemed pretty tight with House Denise, and they're currently the ones who are running this outpost, so...
Well,
Yeah.
no, these are renegades from Breland, mostly.
We'll find out.
You were told they were Denif.
There was
We'll see.
Denise people
We'll see.
there, but
Right.
With a
that
name
the
like
Denise
Zulsal
was for
Sleep,
hire.
we'll recognize it if it
And
comes
then-
up again.
I'm
And
not
then
gonna fucking remember that
Denise
name.
I will.
We were told that
Sound
Denise
more
was hired and then ordered to leave, but they have not left. And that's why we're investigating, because it's not like my family to disobey. We were hired to do our job. If the job's done,
Well,
Right.
we should be done. Moving on to the next job or home or whatever may have you. I'm not a fan of how that works, but that is how it works. So things do seem off. That's why I think we should be vigilant.
well, then I guess our destination draws close. I say we keep our wits about us and our weapons close, and we head.
Alright.
Yeah. You should probably lead the way and continue our marching order.
So I'm gonna continue up.
Okay. So there's a little chatter in chat that maybe that stream's not working. So just hoping that
I mean, it's up for
everybody-
me.
Yeah.
It's up for me too.
It's up
Yeah, I
for
see
my
it.
hosting side too. Okay, cool. Just gotta refresh, I guess. All right,
We'll
so
see.
continuing on. The as you guys keep making your way up there, you climbing. Everybody, do me a favor, make me a perception check really quickly. And once again,
Alright,
Reich, you're allowed to have advantage on this one just because of your experience.
Experience.
Oh! Why
Aha.
are we all so good?
Word, son.
We are on the top of a mountain. So, you
Yeah, we're on top of the
can
mountain. I'm like trailing behind, being extra vigilant.
Hey,
So, I mean, you guys all rolled so well. So obviously, Luca sees it first, and then everybody else afterwards. So there is a Rinson sees it last, and you would have seen it in the next couple of steps anyways. But it's just they point it out for you first, so they see it first, whatever. So as you guys climb up the mountain, all of a sudden you Luca, you look up and you're like, huh, that rock looks a little weird. Oh, that's carved. Oh shit! We found the keep. And then kind of like as you point up, the other two are easily able to see the keep as well. Then as you take a couple more steps up, then you start to notice the clear separation between manufactured and natural rock. And then it kind of comes into play. If you guys had traveled maybe another 150 feet or so, you would have seen it anyways, but you start way earlier, which if this was a place that you were fighting, certainly could give you an advantage, or at least negate a disadvantage against what could be coming your way. So Luca had a sharp eye that noticed that pretty quickly, and you guys keep making your way up towards the keep. Then when you get up there, like I said, it is manufactured rock. Any of you have, none of you are dwarves, but any of you particularly good with your advantage abilities with fortress, like manufacturing or anything like that? I don't remember. What was that, Eric? Hello?
I have his art.
Oh, you sorry, you skipped for me for a second.
Oh,
Whoa! I
What's
mean,
happening?
that looked cool, but it was terrible.
It happened to me
We
too.
good?
Like, it's like sputtered. It was
It's
weird.
clean. It's clean
Yeah.
now. It's clean now.
Yeah, clean now. Okay. we good.
Good.
Magic missiles.
I think our
steam
neighborhood
stars,
just got.
Skype stuff.
I think our neighborhood just got hit with a little
Okay.
bit of fixing.
That-
All right. So, anyways, Eric, really quickly, can you? What was that again?
I said I have military history, but I don't know if that will be helpful.
Military history. You don't know if that'll be helpful. Yeah. So, roll for me normal history check.
Normal history. Yeah.
Okay. So unfortunately, the stories you get nothing. Roll for me a perception check.
I
Normal.
believe.
And
This time I'll actually roll perception.
if you don't get this, that's fine. Okay. Nope. So nothing. So as you guys go walking up to the keep, you can see the whole keep is fully intact, and there are guards that are in fact on the walls, and you can see that the banners that are flying off of the keep are the banners of the Breelish flag.
Huh.
What's this flag mean?
So you know how the Breelish king ordered them to vacate, and they haven't done that? They're waving his flag, so it's kind of weird.
Oh,
I told you that it's a like mostly Breelish group. It's just
Right.
well, let's hope they're welcoming. I, for one, want to sit down on a chair.
all right.
What?
Okay.
So I say that we lead with Luca, given that he probably would get the warmest reception. I feel like the hobgoblin would be well received.
I'd agree to that, but I'd say I think it's safe to leave our flank open now. I believe the two of us should lead.
Alright, who cares? Let's go.
Let's just keep going.
I push you two in the front.
Yeah, we go. You're like you slap both of our horses' ass and
Yeah.
just be like, oh.
So you guys start leading the front. So Luca is obviously the one that wanted to be there when the door opened. So as you guys approach,
Yep.
the door is shut. It is shut. Double door is shut. Clearly, they have like the bar across the other side to barricade it. There are guards standing up at the top of the tower on either side of this front gate, and there are a few other people along the wall. The two guards that are on the tower overhead kind of like look down and notice you guys, but don't even really react. And the other ones that are walking along the walls don't even seem to notice you, if anything.
Can never get the service nowadays.
Yeah, I know. But when harpies are giving better service than you know that things have gone downhill.
I'll look up to the ones in the tower and I'll yell like oi or something to get their
Oi!
Oi, that's Salvina's line. She's not here yet.
You're welcome for that, Ollie. So you say that, and then one of them kind of looks down. They're like, yes?
We need to speak to who's in charge, and I'll just.
Well, if you don't know, you're probably not meant to be here.
Show them the thing, Luca.
Yeah. How far up? Like, could they see?
It's like a solid 45 feet, but yeah, it glows. Like it's not a big mark. You know what I mean? It's not a huge mark. It's about this big.
Oh,
but
he's
it
saying
stands
like
out.
the amulet.
Oh, that? Yeah, I'd be like, did you see this?
No, I know, but
Right,
yeah.
Starbot doesn't
Hold on.
necessarily realize that humans can't see how elves do. You know?
Right. So I'm just kind of like, well, I'm here on behalf of my house, and he obviously can see the colors I'm in and is working with Denise, so I assume he knows what house that is.
So you say, I'm working with House Beneath?
Well, I just say I'm here on behalf of my house.
He goes, so aren't I. Looks like we're from the same house. But if you don't know who's in charge here, chances are you're not meant to be here. You have orders?
Well, we were informed that you have received orders to leave, and you guys haven't.
I've received no such order to leave my post. I'm actually changing guard in about 3 hours, so I guess that's when I'll get my new orders.
What was he looking at?
Perhaps we can have a conversation, not yelling 45 feet upward and you downward.
You're right. If you head back to the nearest city, I'm sure you could have one of them gnomes send a word our way.
I like
I
let
can
a
just- I
large
can just
sigh.
Listen.
Listen, you were supposed to receive these orders how long ago, Scott? It was like it's been like months, right? Years? A year?
Yeah,
Years.
like a year, 2 years.
You're supposed to receive these orders like a year, 2 years ago. We believe you currently have changelings amongst your midst, and we're gonna try to sort them out for you. You're welcome.
We do.
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
Karen's-
whoa. That was not what we
That was a jump.
wait.
I'm
we?
just letting you know. Oh, we, yes.
My associate here seems to think that's the case. I'm
Yep.
not one to jump to conclusions.
Well, you know what? When you figure out what's going on with your associates, I'm going to continue some official house business. So you can take care of that and move along. Thank you for visiting.
Don't we have like something that we were supposed to like present to these people?
No.
No, we
No,
all on
not
our
at
own.
all. We're doing this-
Is Luca.
Yeah, I'm the and he doesn't
And they
like
don't
me.
give a fuck.
Yeah. I'm gonna say like I think you would like to rethink that decision.
Don't threaten. No.
I'm not fighting. No, I'm not fighting. I'm basically calling him inadequate.
Oh.
The only decision I'm rethinking at the moment, there, boy, is
Drinking on the job, slurring your words there a bit. All right.
is responding to your oi or whatever you said.
I was just trying to get your attention. You seem to have not noticed us.
I just didn't care.
Oh.
How
How far?
Usually, if somebody is approaching that's meant to be here, I get orders of their approach, and we have
Sure.
the door open for them.
Not sure why you haven't received orders that we were coming to investigate this, but
Not sure why you
That's
never received orders that
not my
you're supposed
fault.
to leave.
You should probably head back. You should probably head back to one of them listening posts and send word back home.
Oh, we're not fucking leaving.
Do you have a listening post inside? We'd love to use it.
Why would we keep gnomes here?
This is the least friendly keep I've ever encountered in 240 years of my life.
I was gonna
You
say
know how many
I'm-
keeps I've encountered?
Do they even realize that the war is over? Like, they at least find that out?
Do you ask that?
No, I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to this guy.
Yeah.
He's-
I imagine at
okay.
the moment it's just evolved to us talking to each other.
Yeah, we're all
It's kinda like-
together. This guy-
I honestly don't know, but this guy won't let me speak to anyone. Is the other guy? You said there's two guys up there. Is the other guy like even interested
Watching?
in this conversation?
He's watching. It's like to him it's entertaining. Like he's sitting there with his dairy pop and he's just like,
I mean, their manager is gonna get an earful from this.
I'm gonna leave such a terrible review on Yelp.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I've never encountered this type of hospitality from my family. I don't know what's going on. You have? I look at it.
I meant my family. Never mind. Carry on.
Sorry. Stalwart, if anyone in my family had treated you unkindly,
No, your
just
family's
inform me.
lovely, although they do
I would-
think I am an abomination, but so does everyone. That's neither here nor there. We're
Yeah.
here, we want to get in there, and
So
there's a
where's-
big door.
All right, so I walk up to the door.
Whoa.
Yeah, whenever she even like looks at something, we have to question it.
Don't just blow things up.
We can't break in.
I
It's
didn't
your
say I was gonna blow it up.
I
We-
don't get back over here.
Kieran, we know you.
Before we go blowing things up, perhaps there is a more subtle method. This is a fort. It is not impenetrable.
I was gonna open the door. Like
I don't want to sneak into their fort.
Do you think that they leave the door unlocked? What are they going to do?
Then I was gonna blow up the door.
What are they going to do if we break in? Try to kill us? You're a Dragon Mark member of House Steve. I feel like I have to remind this party of that the fact that they are Dragon Mark nobility.
Right? No,
I remember.
I understand that, but what's he gonna do? And I point to like my hand, like from up. He's not gonna notice anything.
I'm not
I'm
saying
gonna yell, "I am a dragon marked member," and then he's gonna shit himself. I don't think it's gonna do any good.
no.
And
I'm
what it
saying
does is that what your
break
dark magic does?
I'm saying we break into this place, and then when they catch us, inevitably, because I mean, no one here is exactly masters of subtlety. Looking at Kieran very pointedly, and then back to the group at large, I say, we will then demand to speak to whoever's in charge, or they'll probably come to speak to us, given that we broke into their place, and then we can sort this out.
I do not encourage breaking or entering, especially considering that we are horrifying creatures to them.
All right, well, I'm gonna
Aside
go
from
chat
Luca.
with them.
We are also no. You
I
are
cast
not.
Are you gonna
levitate.
levitate? I was gonna say, what? Fucking Mary Poppins up there. Okay.
Mary Poppins.
Oh my god, this is exactly what I was trying to avoid. This is why I want to do a simple
So
message.
she starts casting levitate.
Yep.
Okay,
Well,
so
this-
she
this
starts
is
going,
yeah.
and it's 20 feet around, and like I said, it's about 45
I'll
feet
actually
up.
consider it
So
take a little bit of time. I'll cast message
It's
on the guy
30
up
feet
there.
around,
Like,
I believe.
look down.
Maybe 20.
So noticing her levitating, like when she actually starts to rise up at the ground, because again, one was lazily watching and one was actively watching. And like, hey, all right, let's see, get the baristas ready. All right, south wall, baristas over there, barista over there,
Die.
light him up. We have an intruder. Let's kill this bitch. And
So rude.
and literally, you see about 8 people come up and line the walls with crossbows out, aimed at you. And you can see off to the side, you hear like clicking off in the distance, because it's rather quiet out here right now. And like clicking off to the distance as ballistas. I think I said barista. Like
Stop.
Barista, like
What
a
a
bunch
coffee.
Very
bunch of
body.
dudes from Starbucks just pop out.
Just a bunch of hipster
Starbucks.
Starbucks maker. Yeah. That's definitely what's going on.
la la la
right.
ballistas.
Yeah.
So clicking and.
So Kieran will stop moving upwards, and she'll kind of put her hands up, like, we're not here to attack anyone. We're not here to trespass. We are here to talk to whoever's in charge.
Sabo will cast mage.
was
armor.
Luca, didn't he?
That was a great way of showing them. That was really, really the way to go.
Yeah, well, these motherfuckers weren't doing anything, so I need to talk to more people.
What about language, Kieran?
I was literally just coming
Pretend
up with
they're your grandmother.
My grandmother's been dead for
Crossbows.
years. Like,
So my grandma was a cunt, anyways.
I know.
That's the
My
thing
grandmother had a
that
worse
I
mouth than I
know.
do.
But Sabo doesn't know that Kieran would also be swearing to her grandma. But,
Yeah. No, I'll turn down Sadie. Like, my grandma spread more than I do.
That's like me.
She was a sailor.
I use that reference. I said to people outside, like at real life, I said to people outside, like, don't swear, like you're in front of your grandmother. No, it's funny because I have one grandmother that, whew, the mouth on that one. But if you swore in front of her, she'd slap you in it. And I have another grandmother who is, I don't think she's ever said a swear. Like her, like fiddlesticks is like the extent of her cussing.
But she watches some really intense like crime dramas.
Yeah.
So she's got to hear some messed up stuff.
Yeah, well, but that's okay though. She says fiddlesticks. Moving on. All right. So he says, and I've informed you that you are not meant to be here, so you have no meeting.
We do. Look at him. Look at him right down there. It's Luca. I'm pointing to Luca. He is a member of House Beneath. He needs to speak to somebody here.
Does he have orders to be here?
Sure.
That sounds like a no.
You're making
Sure.
me overflow with confidence, Kieran.
Great.
If
I'm
you're
so glad that
wondering
we live
who's
with
in
our best
charge of
foot
this wall, you're talking to him. That's why I said, hey,
You're so useless, though.
my job is to keep you out.
Your job was to leave this place. Years ago.
You don't know my orders. And actually,
Yes,
Better than you do, apparently.
Yes, actually, we do.
really,
He said,
That's
Yes.
kind of why we're here, actually.
And who do you
So,
receive your orders from?
person in charge of the keep.
That's the
who
name
does
we're kind
he
of looking
receive-
for here.
And who does he receive his orders from? Because obviously he hasn't gotten his orders. You do realize the war
Lay
ended.
all of your weapons on the ground. And yes, I mean your components or magical charms or whatever it is that you use to cast your spells. All of them on the ground right now. I will gladly arrest every one of you. And then, when he has time, I'm sure he can meet you in the stockade. That's your only option. That, leave or die. Every
Should-
weapon on the ground. I mean armor off as well. I'm not fucking with you. You're not getting in this keep unless it's completely on my terms.
All right, let's do that.
I look
then.
at Luca and I say, I'll gladly give up my weapons.
I'll do it, but if they open this spell book, they will
Fucking
actually die. So can you try and tell them that in a way that doesn't make them think it's a bomb, please?
Yeah, a fuckface. Did you hear that? Don't open the spell book. You'll die.
No, that sounds aggressive, Kieran. I want it to sound not as aggressive as possible. Can you do that?
No, you gave the wrong person that job.
He lays it down and lays his sword down. He's like, seriously, don't
As you
open it.
guys are like arguing with one another, her floating down and taking everything off.
Yeah.
We are going to go to our break.
Scott needs to plan how fucked we are.
Let's see how things go when we come back. So we'll see everybody in
Jesus.
like 5 or 6 minutes, okay?
Hi guys.
That's terrible.